Committee is here behind order, and we'll go through our roll call. David, oh, I'm sorry.
Present.
Scott, here. Okay, wait a minute. Todd, there you are.
Present.
Present. And Murphy. Murphy is not here yet. If he joins us later, we'll add him to the attendance list. And this is the chair, Vicky Peden, and I'm here too, unfortunately for you guys. Okay. Scott, it's all yours.
Good morning. Today we'll be presenting SPSD 223-001 for a special sign district advisory committee, SSDAC. Today's January 9th, 2024. We'll be going over the background, purpose, maps and location, conditions. We have site videos, site photos, and we'll be going over the staff recommendation. SPSD 223-001 is an application to create a new special provision sign district on property containing the Wynwood Village Shopping Center to be known as the Wynwood Village Sign District. The existing land is comprised of retail, restaurant, and personal service uses and is currently zoned Regional Retail District, RR. The subject site is approximately 67.12 acres on the northwest corner of Illinois Avenue and South Zang Boulevard. The site is surrounded by single-family district R7.5A to the north, south, and west, limited office district LO3 to the west, multifamily district MF1A to the east and south, and townhouse district TH3A, mixed use district MU1 and PD number 894 to the east. The purpose is to create a new SPSD special provision sign district for the Wynwood Village Shopping Center to allow for a refreshed signage aesthetic to promote the economic success of the businesses within the district, attract public to the goods and services available in the district, and preserve historical and architectural character of signage in the district. This points out the approximate location of the proposed district. This will be the aerial and zoning maps. And a map of surrounding uses. We'll kind of breeze through this a little bit, so stop me if you have any questions since we went through this last month, and I'll point out any changes that were made. Last month, the applicant requested to remove the provisions originally requested restricting the use of plastic on attached sign or on the signs. So we removed the provisions.
Scott, refresh me because I don't remember which of the signs that we're talking about where they wanted to be able to use plastic. I'm thinking of the big signs, you know, the ones that are the district types of signs. Was that where the plastic was to be used?
Well, originally it was all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they had originally had a provision restricting the use of plastic faces on all signs.
Okay. From a signage perspective, given the 40 to 60 mile winds we had yesterday, is that an issue from a sign engineering perspective?
Not necessarily. It's actually.
Did they test for wind resistance on those plastic signs or what? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because that was my concern is I've seen with all the high winds and everything, I didn't want to see a bunch of signs blown out and distort the purpose of trying to refresh the area. Okay, thank you.
There have been no changes since last month on detached monument signs. Everybody seemed to be in agreement with everything that was requested on those. Same with single tenant, multi-tenant. With the originally requested as Wynwood Village monument signs, staff recommended that they revise that to be subdivision signs.
Okay.
The applicants did so. So they are now referred to as subdivision signs. They now do not exceed 40 square feet or 6 feet in height. They're allowed 2 per street entrance. It may not be, excuse me, this is base zoning. Base zoning for subdivision signs may not allow 40 square feet or 6 feet in height, 2 per street entrance, and they may not be eliminated. What they are requesting is a maximum of 1 per street entrance, provided no other detached sign is at that street entrance. They may not exceed 50 square feet or 8 feet in height.
I'm sorry, you said 50, but it says 60.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my apologies. May not exceed 60 square feet or 8 feet in height. Signs may be illuminated and may contain non-commercial messages. And that is similar to what we previously approved on the
I'm trying to think of a non-commercial message.
That something like "Thank you, come again," "Drive safe."
Okay.
Anything that's not advertising. Okay. That's what they had in mind with that. Okay. Movement control. There were revisions to this per staff recommendation. Was a revision from 9 feet in height to 8 feet in height, and revised from 30 feet in effective area to 32 square feet. Purpose of this mainly is engineering. Anything over 8 feet and 32 square feet requires engineering.
Okay. And I'm trying to, when I drove over there and walked around, where were those specific types of signs going to be looked on the movement control? Just at the
mostly interior. These are what you would think of as like wayfinding signs directly into.
Because I had the same problem you had when I drove over there. I was watching traffic, and it's like demolition derby almost. Mm-hmm. So
these are mostly wayfinding signs directing traffic to different tenants.
Just to clarify, if I could jump in there, those can be located anywhere on site.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Outside of a visibility triangle or anywhere it would limit visibility.
I appreciate the fact that they've been reduced to 8 feet from the 9, just because on the north side you've got a bunch of housing, single family housing that can, if it was 9 feet, they would be able to see over the fence and see these signs. So reducing it to 8 feet, if they have an 8-foot sign, obviously that blocks the visibility of these. So I like the reduction.
Yeah, I like the reduction. I was trying to think too, because you have a lot of multifamily. Those street multifamily, are they staying there where that would be a visual impediment to any of them? Because I'm thinking, I'm circling around, so I'm confused on direction, but I don't know which direction it's in. It looks like older apartments that are solid brick and tree-lined streets.
Yeah, that's across the Illinois to the south.
Is that okay?
And then there's some new multifamily that's to the east. The east.
Okay.
It's in the north and west is
single family housing.
Yeah.
And there's separation behind that because they have a ring road going around there, and there's fences and stuff like that back there.
Okay. I just want to be sure that we weren't opening ourselves up, because this has to go to CPC next.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to be sure that we don't set them up for a bunch of questions and a kickback or delay because we haven't thoroughly vetted everything.
There were no changes to their original request here for canopy, arcade, or blade signs. Window signs, there was more clarification added here. In that lettering is only allowed in the upper 2/3 of the window. More specifically, Nothing, only transparent backgrounds are allowed in the upper 2/3. So it's more in line with the intent of the base ordinance.
Well, based on and having worked with DPD, they prefer to be able to see in
Yes.
if they're going into an investigation, so they're not walking.
So you can have something in the upper 2/3, but it cannot have any opaque backgrounds. You have to be able to still see through. Yeah.
Good.
And they have a good illustration of that in their presentation.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Does anybody want to see the videos again, or does everybody have a pretty good
We
idea?
all walked it, so.
I think I walked through and drove through, and Todd, did you get a chance or?
I did. I actually drove through the other day, and then I drove back through yesterday late afternoon, just to kind of get a different perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
don't
we appreciate your
necessarily-
videography, but I don't think we're going to need to review it. But that was a fun tour.
Hey, Cookie.
I'm sorry, was that Todd or Jason?
It was Jason. I did want to make sure everybody knew Commissioner Shernock, the
Yeah.
District 1 City Plan Commissioner, is online.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you.
If everybody's okay with it, then we'll go ahead and skip the videos.
Unless Commissioner Shernock needs to see those videos. Commissioner?
I'm okay.
Okay.
We can breeze through the photos though. This is looking north on Wynwood, east on Illinois, south on Llewellyn, west on Heiser, north on Llewellyn, east on Wynwood, south on Wolf, west on Wynwood. And staff recommendation is approval subject to staff recommended conditions.
And
And
those are what's highlighted in red, the changes that I've read.
Those are boundary changes.
Just reviewed.
right.
Yeah.
And let me go ahead and pull up their updated presentation real quick. If you
Yeah,
don't
so I
mind.
don't want to cut off the presentation again like I tried last time. I'm sorry, guys.
Also in the report, we highlighted everything that changed, just to make it easy when you skim through it. So everything that was the same is the way it was, and everything we changed, we highlighted.
Perfect.
Thank you, perfect.
There's later.
You guys can come sit at the table. We're not snappy. Come and join us.
Yeah, it's a presentation.
Yeah, there's a presentation. It's control something is what I remember. I don't know where it is in the.
What is that, Jason? Do you do a view a PDF as a presentation? You've told me before.
Control L.
Oh, thank you. We're all sitting here going, it's different if you're doing Zoom and this.
So I just want to reintroduce myself from the previous meeting, Andrew Ruig with Master Plan. I think we have Commissioner Shernock on board, so welcome. We also have Brett Milkey with Brixmore, and he was on the call last time, but now he's here in person. So thanks for going over this with us. And I just wanted to really, this is effectively the same presentation, but I'll just point out kind of the changes that we discussed with Scott and his team. So I think if we, Scott, if we'll just keep scrolling to, oh, I got it right here. Okay, so let me reference a couple of the changes. On movement control signs, I think Scott just explained this, and this wasn't our original intent was a maximum of 9 feet, but we're okay bumping that down to 8 feet. That's not a problem with us. So we're good with the updated staff recommendation for that piece. For subdivision signs, I think what I wanted to show you is just an example of one of our subdivision signs with the addition of the non-commercial message is just making sure we're allowed to have, some thank you, we're glad you came, come back soon type messaging as people are leaving the shopping center. So that was the impetus for that change. And then I think the last thing I wanted to show is we changed the lettering on the window signs to kind of meet this, these are kind of conceptual images of what we'd like to achieve here, but essentially allow the lettering with a transparent background so it still meets the intent of the base code, but also provides for, a nice appearance on the windows and doors, storefronts that are in glass.
And could you use a quick question? Because everything shown here is in like white lettering. Is that a thing you're trying to accomplish, or is that just, it's just a coincidence here on the ones you're showing in the presentation?
I think just an example, unless,
It's purely coincidental that they're all white in this case.
Because I know in some areas there were restrictions on color schemes and stuff like in the arts. Yeah.
For sure.
But if it always has to be transparent, you're not gonna have like super bright colors because it's still gotta be transparent, so it's gonna be a little muted.
Yeah. It's muted.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
from a designer, I can speak to the white. The white's going to give you the most clarity, and especially at the edges of the letters.
Mm-hmm.
Typically with window lettering, it'll be white or a very light color.
Yes. Well, I think it's exactly for what Todd said, for clarity. If they're gonna do it, you want people to be able to read it, so fair enough.
But I didn't want to infringe the right of one of their tenants by saying
Right.
you can't have some other color.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we don't have any color restrictions, other than it has to go through Brett and Brixmore to, have that kind of internal check, and then we would submit to the city for the various sign packages. So I think that is really the main changes that I have some examples of. The rest of this is, you've all seen kind of our things we talked about previously. So I guess at this point, if there's any questions for us, we're happy to answer it, and appreciate y'all's time today.
Well, and we all got to see this before, but Commissioner Shernock, is there anything you'd like them to step through in their presentation?
No, thank you.
Question back to the base. The reason that they have to create a sign district is because they actually own all this property, and the base sign code doesn't allow them to do the inner signs and things like that. So they're not creating a sub-district just for creating a sub-district. It's because the base code doesn't allow it because they own the whole property.
Right.
So, I think that's a good reason to move forward on this, and
That might be a point when it goes to CPC that somebody brings up, is that's the justification for creating a sign district, because you guys know how I make sub-districts and sign districts.
Yeah.
It just makes everybody's life more miserable trying to get your head around one more set of.
But in this case, it's really
It's
serving the
justified,
purpose.
yeah.
And-
I'm not even arguing.
Appreciate that. It is the challenge for sure.
Yeah, and I live 5 minutes from here, and I think this is what they're trying to do here is going to be really valuable for the community, and it's going to help something that's needed this for a long
Yeah,
time.
it's needed some resuscitation over there.
I mean, I'm satisfied myself.
Okay, Todd, did you have any questions, Commissioner Sherlock?
I guess the question I had is, can you explain the reasoning for the removal of the prohibiting plastic faces?
Sure. Yeah, we had talked, I guess I'll back up to when we were putting this together initially, we were referencing some of these other sub-districts. I think in particular,
McKinney.
the McKinney Ave sub-district. And then there were some questions that came up at the last SSDAC meeting where we thought, we might need to revisit this. This might be a challenge to actually have these requirements in there, and we don't know if we can actually meet those once it's said and done and we're off to permit. So I had a conversation with Scott and Mike regarding the materials, and there's a lot of different signs in the sub-district. We have the detached, we have the large pylon, our attached signs, blade signs, window signs, and we're kind of going back and forth on, there's a lot of minute details that we could get into, but our signs are going to be of the highest quality when we put them in. They're going to be the newest, technology that is available. Some of that may include plastic, some of that may not. But, I guess the reasoning why we wanted to axe it is it just got too confusing for us as the applicant, and then we think as, staff interpreting it at a later date. So that's the reason that we chose to, or requested to remove it.
That triggered another question from me. I'm going ahead, I'm sorry, Todd.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes sense to me.
Okay. My main question, and this is durability of the signage. If you're using plastic and you're applying lettering like this, from a sign perspective, are you going to see a lot of fading, or, are the coloring elements used on the plastic surface as durable as other signs? Because if they put this much effort into it, I just don't want to see it bleached out and fading like some of the stop signs in my area, in my neighborhood.
Yes and no. It's a tricky question. It all depends on the manufacturer, how it's manufactured. It's like comparing cars, a Kia versus a Cadillac, how it's manufactured.
Well, the Kia may be better made than the Cadillac these days.
And it's how it's manufactured. If you have acrylic's going to last much longer than red printed vinyl. And if you have a plastic face that with no trim cap, which is what we try to accomplish in the quad,
Right.
where we require plastic faces with no trim cap.
Right.
That'll last much longer than a plastic face that has trim cap, because after several years, that trim cap will start to deteriorate and peel and start to look horrible and fall apart. So that's where in a quad where we recommended plastic faces are okay, but no trim cap or metal trim cap or metal trim.
Because you're not supposed to literally consider financial criteria, but at the same time, we want to be, if they're investing the amount of money they're looking at investing, we want it to be durable for them.
Does the property owner have oversight on what the tenants put up in terms of review? Because it seems to me if you're going to invest this much money, I let everybody put up the cheapest thing they can put up.
Yes, we definitely review. We actually put together a kind of a less technical version of this to provide the tenants to kind of guide them.
So you have guidelines that you establish.
Exactly. So we have to approve it before it actually goes to your team for approval. So we have
direct approval at anything under 50 square feet. But then if they have a tenant who wants to put up a large sign like the Target, for example, they would have to come back for review.
Yeah, and that's another one where, Target's not going to want to put up something that's going to fade.
No, they're going to put up something that,
yeah.
I'm sorry, their signage has been around for so long. I'm sure it's multiply field tested for years and years and years. Okay, other questions?
No questions here.
Okay, because I don't want to beat a dead horse. We had a lot of questions last time that you guys were kind enough to step us through. So, any other discussions, comments?
I don't have any. I would go ahead and motion to approve.
Motion from David to approve. And
I'll
Todd, can I come to you?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Todd. And we'll do a roll call vote. And let me look, Murphy has not joined us, so David, your vote?
In favor.
In favor, Todd?
In favor.
And the chair votes in favor. And Commissioner Turnutt, did you want to voice your opinion?
No, I think you guys did a great job with this. I don't have any questions.
Well, I think our sign people working with the applicant did an outstanding job, because this always involves a lot of detailed work. So kudos to everybody involved. And thank you so much for your time and your patience when we held it last time, because we all wanted to go. We were nosy. We all wanted to go check it out for ourselves.
Thank you all. We really appreciate the involvement, especially on the staff part. I know they spent a lot of time together, so it's really appreciated, and it's going to go a long way to help us execute on what we're trying to do for the big picture here. So we're very, very grateful ourselves.
Right. And Scott, did you have any other Any other
business.
any announcements you need to make? Because the only other item we have on our agenda is review of the minutes.
No, that's all.
And has everybody had a chance to review the minutes? Todd, have you had a chance to look up? Okay, did you see anything that the rest of us didn't see? Is it an accurate reflection?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe so.
In that case, if there are no additions or corrections to the minutes stand approved as stated. And it is now, Jason and Scott have no other business. It is now 11:26 and the SSBS meeting is hereby dismissed. Thank you, everybody, for your participation. Mr. Chernock, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate having you on board with us.
Thanks.